So, good evening, everyone. Mazezoke once more. Mazezoke once more. Greeting everyone. Today, the 3rd of February 2020. I hope you all haven't gone to bed, that you could spare some time to join me. I hope to see one or two of you being able to join these live broadcasts. Again, this live broadcast is as a result of the outcome of the Imo State election. There are two fundamental things I want to discuss this evening. I mean, I could do two different videos, but I thought to myself, probably there is no need to do two different videos. So, as it has become our tradition, it will be nice to know where you are watching Mazezoke from, and if possible, if possible, let me know where you are watching me from. Good evening, wonderful people. Mazezoke. Um, I would, give you shout out while we wait for many of you to join me. Once more, I must apologize that I did not schedule this. I had asked JJBDS staffs to put up that I will come online, but eventually I had some delays. Okay. So, yeah, whoever is the first person to give me a thumbs up, remember blessed. Thank you very much. We are getting to 50 people, only two thumbs up. People, I like it when I see thumbs up. It makes me, there is no other way you can say that you appreciate what we are doing to constantly have this engagement with you without thumbs up. Thumbs up is the only way to say, hey, like, just like the video. We will start shortly. So today we are going to be looking at 2 points, two issues here, which is the Supreme Court, as you all know, as it is in the title there, has dismissed Emeka Ihedioha's application. Sadly, if you guys go back and remember what I said on Thursday last week, I said the moment David Leon's judgment was given, I became afraid. Why? And I explained that in the video. If you can go back and read and watch that, you will see what I said. Can I take some of your comments? Oh, thank you, thank you. Now I have so much like. Yeah, that's like it. That's giving me energy now. It feels like I've taken some brukutu combined with kunu. So some group of evildoers have hanged up, they destroy the unity and peace of Imo people. The prosecution of this gross evil will be divine. We will never forgive them all. We know them all. That's you. That's you. Disclaimer: opinions expressed on this channel are solely the opinions of those of anyone that writes them. Truly, it was a sacrifice for Bayelsa across Nigeria. It's sad that Emeka Ihedioha didn't come back, but across Nigeria, you owe me now. Okay, so where do we meet? Because I need to um, get my up wine. That is, I told you before we went into this bet that I only drink Udi, Nkwenu. So across Nigeria, you owe me. You see, the danger of what has happened, or rather, the reason why, like when I said on Thursday, I said using deductive analysis. Using deductive analysis. In social science, in social science, that is a very easy way. If A happens and if B happens, there is the likelihood that C will happen. A had happened, B had happened. There is the likelihood that C would happen. But across Nigeria, truly it was a sacrifice for Bayelsa. I don't know if, put it this way, I would struggle to agree that it was a sacrifice for Bayelsa. You know what? Why I said that? Between Imo and Bayelsa, which one is more beneficial to the APC? Which one is more beneficial to the caliphate? Think deep. Bayelsa is a state carved out of, within the Niger Delta that has, I think, about 8 local government. But Bayelsa is one of the states that collect most money in this whole southern Nigeria, basically in the whole federation. I think the states are all the oil producing states. You have Akwa Ibom Rivers, Bayelsa, all collect extreme amount of money. Yet these monies that they collect amounts to nothing. They are all nuts. It amounts to absolutely nothing. Uche Christopher watching from Malta. Okoye Christopher Uche. Thank you. Greg Uzoma from California. Thank you. And who is this? Ike Chukwuogbonna. That's my humble and I stand by it. All the boys that are involved in the dirty deal in Imo are known. I have confronted a lot of them and still confronting them. You know, before I came online, I was contemplating whether to do this video or not. You know why I was contemplating? Because the whole thing really got me angry. To see that Ihedioha was not returned really got me angry. Okay, so I thought, okay, just open a bottle of wine, have 2 glasses of wine, and just go to bed. Speak to no one because I am so heartbroken and I am disappointed. I must say the least, right? So I am happy that Imo people have taken it the way it is. The only thing I think the outcome that's going to come from this is you're likely to have voters' apathy. My advice to the former governor, that is Emeka Ihedioha, is to keep faith. Keep faith. 2023, keep faith. Do not deviate. Keep faith with the people. The mandate of the people remains. 2023, you are coming back by fire, by force. Okay? So, across Nigeria, Imo is what APC need to capture. They have money enough. They don't need Bayelsa money. Hmm. Okay. You know, one thing you have to understand is the politics of Nigeria is about money. 2020, 2015, the only reason why APC was able to win was because of Rotimi Chibika Amechi from Rivers State, who brought out River State money, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who also brought Lagos State money by proxy. That is the only reason why they were able to win. Buhari had no money. But these were money bags, and they brought this money and they were able to win. Okay, so now we are over 50, and I can only see uh, 12 likes. Please, can you do me that? You know, some adrenaline in my vein by giving me a thumbs up or a like, just like this video. So let me give some shout outs, then I will go proper direct immediately to the cruise of the matter this evening. I want to run down what actually happened in the Supreme Court for us to understand the things that actually happened today. It is, you know, much expected. The moment Bayasa happened, I said that last week Thursday. The moment Bayasa happened, that became my fear because honestly, in all honesty, in as much as on Sunday and yesterday, I was encouraging everyone that we should pray, but deep down me, I was kind of thinking, it's good. I mean, to keep hope, to keep hope alive. I don't like using that word, hope. To keep faith alive, maybe, not hope, because because of why I don't want to say hope. So to keep hope alive, or to keep faith alive, we have to be positive. Now, while you know hope for the best, you get ready for the worst. And I believe this is a concept, a very simple concept that Ihedioha that has also learned to keep, you know, to keep his faith alive. Okay, so Igbo land is in trouble after this judgment. Now, Igbo land is not entirely in trouble. I will explain to us. You know why I said Igbo land is not in trouble? Everything that happens in life happens for a reason. I tell many of my people, I said, there is a time that if you are given 1 billion naira, you probably run mad. But you get to a certain time in your life, if you're given 1 million naira, you will just manage it perfectly because you have grown to that point. One of the things the coming of Ihedioha and the coming of Hope Uzodinma has done for Ndi Igbo is Ihedioha helped us for once since Ngige left, because Ngige was the first governor in the southeast that actually battled the status quo, meaning those that brought him in. And the people started liking him then until he deviated. He deviated by the time he started, speaking, or rather joining those that deported his kith and kings and dumped them at the bridgehead. After that incident, people started disliking him again. Now comes Emeki Ihedioha for the first time. Because of the way Emeki Ihedioha, the only governor elected, the way he has consulted widely, brought a lot of people together, a lot of intellectuals. Myself, I actually know where I had some inputs. I'm not from Imo, but anything that will develop Imo State, we will sit down, burn candles to make sure that the intellectual input is harnessed and brought together. We don't need money. All we need is someone ready and willing to run with those good ideas. And in Emeka, we saw someone who was willing, who had listening ears and willing to run with these great ideas. Many people, myself included, that basically was able to put together for him. You know, Many of us engage not directly, but when you have a committee of people saying, okay, I've been part of this committee and this is what we've been tasked with, and someone asks you, please, are you able to make inputs? Why not? Oh, that's what we've been doing free of charge. Because what? Because we want a better society. Many of us have lived in the overseas and we have studied with white people. We made first class in their foreign language. We can make bold to say we are not idiots, we are not cucumbers, neither are we carrots, because we can see it. If they can do it, we can do it. All we needed was the vehicle to drive those points and those agendas. Useni, Useni is asking, "What's up, guys?" Useni, nothing is up. You owe me, you and across Nigeria, you owe me my wine because we had a bet. Now I've won my bet. All you need is to tell me the day I will come to Ngwo or Udi or anywhere, but I only drink Enugu wine because they are the only people within the southeast that do not put adulteration. If you ever drink any up wine in Anambra State, 90% of the time you're drinking poison. When I say 90, yes, I mean it 90. 90% of the time. You see people riding Okada with 50 liters on the left, 50 liters on the right. Hey, yet when you walk around, you will see no palm tree that has obene. That is the little jars, where these things drop in. But they will walk it, they will be driving or riding their keke or kada with 50 liters everywhere. Where do they get those junks from? Those are pure chemicals. They are not consumable. They are basically very, very deadly to the human body. So, before I digress, I come back to this. So, guys, show me some love. Show me some love. 17 likes, and we are hitting 100. Show me some love. Okay. Now, the Supreme Court today, being the Tuesday, the 13th of March 2020, dismissed the application filed by Emeki Ihedioha of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) asking the Apex Court, that is the Supreme Court, to set aside a judgment that declared Hope Uzodinma of the All People's Progressive Congress, as Buhari would say, All People's Progressive Confidence, you know, who is now the governor of Imo State. Now, with one out of seven, they had seven judges. One out of those seven judges had a different opinion, meaning that one out of those seven judges said that he does not agree or he did not agree with the judgment of the Supreme Court. What does that mean? I will give us. Eventually, I took my time to research on this judge, the judge that said he does not agree. We will get to that. Just pay attention here. You will see the difference between aeroplane driving and competence. I've never heard of this judge until today. But it took me time to research about him, and these are the things I will tell us the things I found about him. Now, um, the court was led by Chief Justice of Nigeria, that is the aeroplane driver, the Tanko Mohammed. They held that the application by Mr. Ihedioha and the PDP lacked merit. That is, the PDP and Ihedioha, the application lacked merit. The court also said that it lacked the jurisdiction to review its own judgment. Pay attention again. The Supreme Court lacked jurisdiction to review its own judgment, exactly as it was in the case of David Leon of Bayelsa. If they do not want, because they said the decision of the Supreme Court is final. There is no two ways about that. The decision of the Supreme Court is final. Many of you told me that Imo State case was different from that of Bayelsa State. My argument on Thursday was, you may be right, but it's not about if you had a case or not. It is about the fundamental of reviewing with a view to set aside. The court also said that it lacked the jurisdiction to review its own judgment. Do you know what that means? That means they are not willing to review the judgment, because if they do, that is where we need to drop sentiment. If Supreme Court ever had reviewed that case, I tell you, if my grandfather was knocked down by keke 50 years ago and eventually I took the man to court and the Supreme Court said the man is free to go, by this judgment, if they ever done, the Supreme Court will no longer have any job than to begin to only entertain people coming back to say, no, this was, I believe this was done in error, can you review? I believe this was done in error, can you review? I believe this was done in error, can you review? That's what we probably would have come back to. So, okay, now Mr. Ihedioha and the PDP had approached, as you all know, had approached the court following its January 14th decision, okay, that nullified Ihedioha's application actually. And when I see that, it actually makes me sad, because only yesterday I sent out a video to Ginger Media for them to publish. That's my visit to Port Harcourt International Airport. And on that visit, on my way to Port Harcourt International Airport, I saw what Ihedioha was doing at Owerri Elele Port Harcourt Road, that road heading to Owerri, sorry, Elele before you get into Port Harcourt. Excavating the place, trying to do it right. Sadly, I don't know if work will stop. I don't know whatever, was going to happen. So I think for those of you that might want to, watch the video I'm talking about, if you go back to Ginger Media, just search a video was uploaded. I think they uploaded it last night. It took me time to edit because that was my journey to Port Harcourt and how I encountered so many police checkpoints on going to Port Harcourt. Now, Ihedioha was earlier, like I said, or we all know, Ihedioha was earlier declared the winner of that March 2019 governorship election by the electoral umpire, that is INEC. INEC basically said, yes, he won. Then here we must note, or rather, I, Mazezoke, must note that in an in a unanimous judgment of the seven-member panel, read by Justice is that Kudira? Okay, sorry, Justice Kudrat, and the apex courts agreed that the results of 388 polling units were unlawfully excluded during the collation of the final governorship election results in Imo State. Like I explained to us yesterday when I was saying, you know, one would hope that they would nullify the whole election, we start afresh. I didn't want a situation where they would only allow for 388 to happen. But the reason why actually Hope won was that they argued that these were illegally excluded. But that was a job for me till tomorrow. That 388 polling units were cooked up. Well, whatever it is, um, okay. So someone is making a comment. Let me push it out. He said, "My name is Emmanuel Mazi. As okay, you said it, and it went as you said it. God knows the best. And in Nigeria now, I don't think Nigeria will last more than 3 years from now, as I see it. Well, no one knows how long Nigeria will last, sadly. Okay, now that was what happened before. Okay, then Mr. Kerere Okun said that the result from the 388 polling units were added by Uzo. If they were added, that Mr. Hope Uzodinma would pull the majority of the lawful votes cast, that should have basically led him to be declared the winner of that election. The court, however, did not provide the details of the new votes scored by each of the candidates in that election after adding the results of the 388 polling units. I mean, that's very self-explanatory. And one thing that should also worry all of us is, why is it that when the court added those results, only APC and PDP, whereas you had over close to 50 other political parties? So what happened to the other political? Does that mean in that 388, none of those political parties, even APGA, got even one vote? I mean, think it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. PDP, even you see, that is the stupidity in the whole thing. Even the AA, where what's it called, Okorocha's in-law was under the platform that he contested, there were no votes. It was only APC PDP, APC PDP, and the court admitted such elementary fraud. Anyway, I don't know, people. Eventually, as I said before, the as the courts delivered their judgment today, one man stood out. The six justices with the majority said that parties are to bear their respective costs. You know, when David Leon's case was drawn out, they said that the APC will pay penalty. That is, their legal team will have to pay penalty. But in this case, curious enough, no one is paying anything. Not even the so. For me, it means that their conscience is somehow pricking them because they did not award anything against the PDP as they did in the case of Leon and Bayelsa State. People, can you see that? Can you see that something is still, is still cooking somewhere? The crux of what I want to talk to us about this evening is not. It is no longer news that Emeka Ihedioha has lost, but it is in every way news about the man, the judge, that said he does not think the the decision is right. And who is this judge? Now, who is Chief Justice Cletus Mweze? Google it yourself. If you have time after this, write it down. Who is Justice Cletus Mweze? Mweze was born 61 years ago on the 25th of September 1959 in Oboro, Udenu local government area of Enugu State. He is a Christian of Roman Catholic domination, or rather, a Christian of the Roman Catholic faith. Mweze is a father of 5 children and he has a grandchild. Now, pay attention where the difference is, and that's where I would do a comparison later, and that's going to be very funny. He attended Saint John's Saint John's the Cross Seminary in Nsukka from 1972 to 1979. Imagine now, pay attention. Imagine with distinction. He emerged after his secondary school with distinction, with distinction in the West African certificate examination. He emerged with distinction. Put his certificate here. Put the aeroplane driver here. There are two certificates. What would that tell you? Ask yourself, why can't he be the chief judge? A man with his number six clearly intact. Not only his conscience, but his here is working. The one that is your CJN, I had he read Islamic studies. If you see his WAEC is equivalent of those kids. Two times one, two, two times two, four, two times two. Those type at the back that at the close of school there will be 35 over 35. That is the way his WAEC looks like. Yet we have someone with distinction. We are just talking about WAEC. We haven't even started. We haven't started. Now, after his WAEC, in 1979, between 1979 and 1983, that is, as of the time he was graduating, was when Buhari struck. He studied law at the University of Nigeria, Enugu campus, that is ESUT. In 1983, he represented the faculty of law. And indeed, all Nigerian faculties at the Philip Yesup International Law Courts competition in Washington, D.C. Suddenly, when it comes to competition where internationally people need to show their number six, who are those you see? Onwe ndị ji anyị na and the problem bụ na o ji onye na-anya ji onwe ya. When it comes to using the brain power, you appear to see only a set of people, excelling excellently well, both at home and international. This is the man. The reason why I want to take my time and talk about this man is because he is the one I have seen with his gray matters still intact. Okay, so afterwards he obtained an LLM and a doctorate in the same university. Doctorate. Doctorate. The aeroplane danfo driver, what does he have? Emesịa nọ ndị ụnụ ka mma anọ n'elu anyị nwe anọ n'ala na-ekwolu ha base. Yet, and okay, let me keep quiet. The same man we are talking about was called to Nigerian bar in 1984. You see how he progresses every year. See progress. In 1984 and had his NYC year in Bauchi in 1984 and 1985. He began a private legal practice in 1985. Look, oh, check the time. After you service, bang, private practice. 10 years after, he was elevated to the High Court bench in Enugu State. 10 years after, add 10 to 1985, that means 1995. 1995, who was in power? 1995, who was in power? 1995, we had the ancestor that never stole money but keeps sending us credit alert from Switzerland and from the land of the ancestors. While on High Court bench, the same man that I'm talking about, he served as chairman, second Robbery and Firearm Tribunal, Enugu State. Again, he served as chairman, Robbery and Firearm Tribunal, Nsukka, 1998 to 1999. Member, Ondo State Local Government Election Petition Tribunal, 1999. Chairman, Ogun State Local Government Legislative House Election Petition Tribunal, 1999. Administrative Judge, Nsukka Judicial Division, 2001. He was appointed the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeal of Nigeria, February 2008, and served there until October 2014. 2014, when he was finally. Now, I don't want to insinuate anything, but think who was the president in 2014. Could that be that was the only reason why he was elevated? I'm not insinuating anything, but what do you like go on? Eventually elevated in 2014 to the Apex Court, which is the Supreme Court. And today he sits at the Supreme Court. Now, and not only that, he was brilliant academically, a former convener and coordinator, LLM International Human Rights Program, and the visiting human rights scholar, Faculty of Law, University of Nigeria, Enugu campus, 2000 to 2008. That is Justice Mweze, who was a distinguished scholar. Pro bono. Pro bono means he goes in and he teaches free of charge because he understands the need to liberate the mind. Because when you liberate the mind, there is no limit that the human body cannot go. It's only when the mind is caged. All we do is engage in cyberbarbarism just to say, oh, ranka dede, oh yes, this is this, oh, we worship you. But no critical thinkers. That's why the society keeps going bad and keeps not working. Because everything has been monetized. But this guy was teaching, even when as a distinguished scholar, was teaching pro bono. Faculty of Law, Enugu State University, University of Science and Technology, that's CSUT. Associate Professor of Law, one man, Associate Professor of Law, Ebony State University, and member International Advisory Board, Annual Survey of International and Comparative Law. Sounds like what Obama did when he was in Harvard as well. That's That he was doing for the Golden Gate University of Law, San Francisco, USA. He's good at home. He's good abroad. You see, one thing that any one of you, many of you in the diaspora, and many of you that have engagement with the Europeans or the Americans, one thing white people don't do is that they don't condone incompetence. My brother, it's either you have it or you don't. If you know it, you become their friend. If you cannot offer, Oyibo cannot pay you $20,000 a year, and you cannot work for that money. It's not. Ask yourself, why is it that NNPC is losing money? Why? Because we have a set of people running NNPC. Why is it that those set of people running NNPC cannot come out to Shell, Chevron, Emerald? They cannot come out to compete because one is free lunch, and you are elevated by tribe, but the other one is purely competence. Even for your promotion, you take competence tests. Let me conclude with this guy that distinguished himself today. Why I took my time to say this is, like I keep saying, Ana-egbukpọ, ndị uche dị ana-egbukọ. Igbos, ụmụnne m, we must begin to keep record. We must begin to look and see those who we should honor. I don't know him, I don't know Justice Nweze, but you know a man by his action, not by his words. I told somebody in 2007, I haven't built a house in my country home. And I arranged with my German friends then to go to my village and build a school. And someone said, this thing you're doing doesn't make sense. Now, boy, go take money, go build house now. Wait, not be level. But it's because those individuals does not understand. We need to build a better community. And I thank God that 2007, how many years? About 13 years ago. Whenever opportunity calls, you must distinguish yourself. It was an opportunity then to do it. Thank God I did. Justice Nweze had opportunity today to write his name in gold. He did the right thing. I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly EFCC or any of those kangaroo organizations began to um, obviously, read tomorrow that he's done this, he's done the other one. I wouldn't be surprised because that is the system we live in, the system that does not basically identify people with gray matters in between their skulls. Now, this guy has so many awards. Among his awards is among his awards were the Nancy Pelosi Congressional Award in 2015. He distinguished scholarship awardee, Golden Gate University, San Francisco. This thing is not being given to him in Nsukka or in Bono. These are people who understand what the worth of a human being. Exactly the way Dora Akunyele was, giving awards everywhere like it's pure water. You come to Adora Akunyele's office, all the walls are littered with plaques, award this, award that. 90% of them not from her mother country, that does not recognize hard work, that does not recognize competence. While I blame the system, I blame you the more. While I blame the system, I blame you, I blame myself, because we are a people that will see someone that will work, but because he does not drive a massive cars and stealing money in order to give you to go and vote for him, you call him His Excellency, and you want to bow down for him because of money, raw cash, just a mere paper written numbers, and you sell your conscience. When things doesn't work out, you complain. We must liberate our mind. We must liberate the way. If we want to have a better society, we must change the way we think. We must change the way we engage. Imagine in a state like most of the southeastern states have about 2 point something million registered voters. Imagine where 1 million of us think differently from the cucumbers walking on the streets. And we decide that this person is the person that has to govern, and you come out, you vote, you stand. One thing I was about to say before and I forgot was Emeki Ihedioha has helped us to beam our searchlight in Imo State after the misgovernance of Rojas Okorocha. Therefore, that Emeki Ihedioha was removed is not a reason for you and I to back away. No, it is a wake up call that nature has actually used the Mecca to wake you and I up that we must beam our searchlight on this man that is governing Imo State now. He must feel our pulse and he must feel our pain because we must open his orifices. His orifice, we must look into it with searchlight and see what is going to happen. Whether he wants to work or not, it is now the job of you and I to push him to work. Time has come when you tell me, oh, this is Imo's problem. No, it is not Imo's problem. It is not Imo's problem. It is our collective problem. It is the problem of Ndibo. You and I have kept quiet enough. We have kept quiet enough. It is time that you and I wake up. We must wake up and smell the coffee. We must wake up and smell the coffee. So, in conclusion, this same man, this same judge, also won the Dignity of Man Award, UNN Alumni Association 2001, Award of Excellence, Law Student Association, Nanda Zikiwe University. Look at it. Excellence has no boundary. In Ebonyi, he won. In Enugu, he won. In America, he won. Washington, he won. San Francisco, he won. Listen, if you're good, you're good. There is no two ways about that. If you're good, you're good. Okay. So, what did he say? What did he say actually? In his dissenting judgment, Justice Santos, is his name, Santos Mweze, held that a judgment or order can be set aside on merit because he believed that the case of Ihedioha had merit. He said that court has the power to overrule itself, which is in contrary to what the Supreme Court was arguing. And he said that the Supreme Court has done so in the past. Justice Mwede then ordered that INEC should issue a certificate of return to Mr. Ihedioha. That is in his own submission, if left for him. And now every other judge will be looking at him in perplexion. Every other judge will say, where this man, where is he coming from? Why is he saying something like, I thought we all agreed to do this and the other one. Justice Chima Santos Mweze raised not a few eyebrows today when he read a dissenting judgment in review in the review appeal filed by Emeki Ihedioha of the People Democratic Party. Ihedioha and his party had asked a seven-man panel headed by Justice Mohammed to annul its verdict on 14th January. That's basically their prayer. And it's good to know because I know the reason why I've gone this length to explain to us about this man is that many of you, like myself, I know you'll be sad, but maybe it will uplift your mind to know that all hope is not lost, that we still have men with organadike in between their legs, also still standing akimbo. That means I can almost with a Biko, give me some thumbs up now. Have a, make a drink water. So let's give me some love. Give me some love, people. And I'll finish this before I go to Amotekun. I'll take some of your comments and questions. How long have we gone? Oof, we've gone 45 minutes already. I didn't even know. Okay. So before we go to Amotekun, let me have your comments. PDP has lost, APC won. It is a game of ping pong, and we are the spectators. We are there looking. My question is, what is the award given to him by Nigerians? By Nigeria, that was the merit award by universities. You know, we had one from Oka, one from Enugu, and one from Ebonyi. Okay, Chai, Nigeria is evil indeed. Oh, someone gave me a thumbs down. Edwin Ezekwem. Um, you're welcome. Someone gave me a thumbs down. Please, what did I do? Why did you give me a thumbs down? I thought we are agreed, we are making progress. Emi Sami, thank you very much. Now you make me blush with so many flowers. Your combination of flowers, rose, every in fact it's called Begbero. Even Christmas tree day your flowers. Thank you very much, Emi Sami. Hmm? Thank you. So good morning, Kuala Lumpur. Oh, whenever I hear good morning this evening, I know it's all this in the boutique. Whoever is giving me a thumbs down, please can you review that and see if you can change your mind. Thank you very much. And how many people are watching? I hope you can counter whoever is giving me thumbs down to tell me you like the video rather than allow him to have a field day. If he made a mistake, I think he made a mistake. If he made a mistake, he should remove it. One thing you people should know is no matter whatever stand you take, people would hate whatever you say, even when it's the truth. And because I have said what I am going to be dealing is with facts, not propaganda, and not, hearsay. Facts, hard facts. We'll come here, we'll unpick those facts, allow you ask questions. We discuss. That's the only way we learn. No one is an island of knowledge. We learn by the things I explain. You ask questions. You can disagree. You mustn't disagree with me. So let me read this one. Oh, okay. He says, Maz okay, you are the voice of the voiceless. Keep it up. But talk sense into people about Biafran Resto because Nigeria is finished. Okay. My brother, Emako, let me disappoint you. You blame our woes on the Northerners. I will not. You know why? I said this yesterday. Northerners are not our problem. We are our own problem. We, you and I, our own problem. Federal government takes 52%. State and local government take 42%. Sorry, 48%. We are only talking about 4% variation. 4% variation. States that do not have local government elections or local government councils, that means that 48% goes to the state. Question is, we blame federal government in everything. What have you and I done with the 48% we take? Tell me one local government you know from Anambra, Abia, Imo, Ebonyi. Tell me, tell me one local government you know that is not in the capital city, that you can go now as a woman. You say you want to go and wee, and the place will be nice for you to go and basically sit down and urinate. Tell me one local government, and I, says, okay, we'll visit there next week. We are not being governed by Hausa. Neither are we being governed by the Fulanis. The things we do to ourselves, the level of wickedness is legendary. Check out all your politicians, with no exception. Check out your senators. When you go to Europe, the state of the arts facilities and houses you will see are meant to be public buildings. Come down here. The state of the art houses you see are unoccupied in the hinterlands, in the villages, built with your money stolen from you. Why it's ours, reverse. Did Hausa Fulani tell them to go and build those things? When Oju Okalu used Abia State money to build all the rubbish he built in Neni or what's it called, Ni, whatever nonsense ranch you called it, like a university. When Okorochago went to Oboko to build all those rubbish he built there, that adds no value to your life with your own money, was he told to do that by Hausa Fulanis? Our problem is local. You see, yes, we have some issues that we need to deal with externally. But my brother, believe me, the moment we deal with the issues that we ought to deal with within ourselves, the sky will be the starting point. Okay? So I hope that is very clear. So, Mickey Iboneku, yeah, so thank you very much. Why do you believe the judgment was right? You see, I think Christian, sorry, but I think you did not. You might have to, when this video is finished, you might have to go back. I didn't say I believe the judgment was right. I said it yesterday in my live video. The judgment remains wrong. And I explained with details, with data, why the judgment was wrong. But I said the judgment is expected. What happened today? I said it on Thursday. Some of you go back to the video, it's still there, go play it. Some of you disagreed with me. When I said it, I said I want to share in your optimism. But the moment Leon's case was decided, I knew this case is roasted. That was why I made a video even when I couldn't sleep on Sunday. I said, please, we should pray. Pray to whatever you know how to pray. I want something extraordinary to happen because I know ordinarily it won't happen. Now we have only one judge who could think differently against every other judges. Okay, so now, yeah, who is this? Emako, you're right. I think you want to say right, RIGHT. We should hold our politicians responsible. And I want to say this to us. I wanted to make a video of this, but I will still do. But I want to tell us this. Imagine for once, how many are we? Okay, we're over 100, yes. Please, if you like what we are talking about, give me a thumbs up. I will be closing the memory from now. I want to talk about Amotekun, but before I do, let me get this off my chest. Imagine for a moment, T.A. Oji was the governor of Abia State for 8 years. In 2013, end of 2013, T.A. Oji woke up, told us that before he leaves office, he will build an international airport between Umuahia and Aba. Did he or did he not? Go and Google it. There was an interview granted by this day. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Oh, where's my phone? Let me see if I can get this. Sorry, because my own. I want us to look at this. Because there are some things that will happen and it really gets me angry and really gets me pissed off. Huh? Because what the guy are watching down, because you and I are not taking the part we should take. That's why they keep taking us for granted. Hold on for a moment, please. Let me find this. Because in a forum today I was arguing. I made this screenshot. Let me see how I can push this to the screen. Because every one of you have to see this, what I'm saying. This was a This Day interview um, of 2013. Okay, so where was this now? Let me see. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Mm, okay. So, hold on. Please do not log off. Let me just get this because I like facts so that somebody wouldn't call DSS for me saying that I said this, I didn't say the other one. I like to deal with facts. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Which screen should I show? Hold on. Open folder. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm getting there. Sorry, bear with me, please. Forgive me, but bear with me. I'll get this. Okay. Now watch this. You see where I highlighted here, right? Can we read it all together? I want to get to something. I want to get to something. You see why I say we are our own problem. Now read where I highlighted in yellow. It says the projection of the governor is that before he leaves office, the airport should be functional. That is the expectation. But if by any means it is not functional, majority of the job would have been done. It is a priority project for the government and we are totally committed to it. That is where I think, listen, if we want to these things to function. Okute. Now, and look at, you come up here and look at now the one that gets me angry. If you see where I have the first highlight, the first highlight here in red, it says, the people of Abia State have asked for an airport and we are bent on providing one for them. The request made by Abia people for an airport indeed overwhelming. The volume of passenger traffic from Owerri Airport to Abuja and Lagos shows that the people of Abia constitute the majority of the people. Sorry, constitute the majority. The people of Abia State traveling from here to outside the country on a daily basis are overwhelming. And the second highlight there says the same applies to Enugu Airport and the same applies to Port Harcourt Airport. Now, what is my anger here? This was this what I read you was interview by Theodore Oji. Interview by Theodore Oji. End of 2000 and that was 2014, saying that he will build this airport before he leaves. After close getting to the time he's leaving office, he said he will build an airport, and we are blaming our Fulanis. This man said he will build an airport, yet he left an Nkiti common the ground he couldn't clear. Now we have this buffoon in Abia State, Okezi Ibazo. Suddenly, in the fifth year, just like TLG did, now he tells us he wants to build another airport. Na enweghị airport wee mụọ nụ. Na nke Enugu ka a na-alụ since na risk my life follow. There is nothing is coming out of it. Na na-ekwu okwu ilu another airport. How can they use the same, just like in the 419, use the same format for MAGA for doing fraud, and we are just watching? People, listen. If you people don't want to join, we deal with it. I'm not from Abia, but anything happening in Igbo land gets me angry because we need to be working on a master plan to develop the Igbo nation. Master plan to develop the Igbo nation. And here we are talking about Hausa Fulani. Hausa Fulani in my foot. They have nothing on us. We, you and I, are the problem. Don't exclude yourself. I'm sorry if I'm getting angry, but whenever I discuss the Igbo nation, I get angry. Because when you see that men, women without gray matters in between their skulls are the ones in charge, it gets you angry and it gets you worked up. A man told you he's going to build an international airport. He left office without even bothering to clear the ground. Yet another idiot comes in and tells you he's going to build another international airport and you people are clapping for him. Same thing is happening in Anambra State. Oh, I'll build an international airport. Oh, a metropolis. Na Ladenko for so long. Didn't they medo no knees? I have hankete. All they do is to run you and I over. We will be in our keke, in our okada, they will come and run us over. Run us over with our own money, with police guards. Na as na ọ bụrụ na agbagha ụzọ were mgbe ọ naghị echi. On the book and never agwa. Now happen na you see sometimes nkọwa ihe gbasa Igbo ọ na-agba m anya mmiri maka na anyị ga-afụ ihe na-eme anyị ịmana ọ dịka everybody iteta ụlọ ihe ga na-anụ Hausa Fulani federal gọọmenti ịhapụ oke na-emebeghị ị na-ebodo onye welu 52%, onye ji 48 ịma nọ nke gị nwere ihe ị na-ajụ ya. Ihe ahụ eme ịpụta Anambra steeti ịpụta Ọka ụzọ enwe protocol ọ bụrụ baro na okwute ekereke ekpụtara na Ọkigwe ma ọ bụ nke ekpụtara na Obizoga ka ha eji ekereke ka emixie ya egota awụnye ihe ahụ eme ụnụ. Last Christmas, my town community isn't if the mmadụ one na-anwụ every Christmas. It took my intervention before we were speed bumps in order to stop people. Onye kpọrọ ya weta ego, yeah, my government, but we don't even think. We can't even compel the state government to Lucia have a village, go no tinye speed bump, go reduce those speed bump. You won't confront government. We've been doing it. No, onye chọrọ itinye ya. Yetom ndị anọrọ n'ụlọ bụ ndị ga-abịa lụọ ọrụ unu. Onye nọ na Katsina ọgbasala ya. Onye nọ na Kaduna ọgbasala ya. Ha edilichago with Boko Haram ka ha edilichago with ndị nke na-anyụ ha ekpakwu. Ọ bụrụzie ego nwa. Nah, man. Sorry, people, but it takes too much energy, honestly. So, oge erugo mgbe ọ ga-abụ onye ọbụla na-eyi combat anyị ga na-ekwu ewere okwute fonye n'akpa. There must be a way we must register our disgust na this misgovernance Akaligbo. There must be a way. There must be a way. Muna gi welu energy, 50% of the energy we deplete with attacking Ndonweri Hameg. Dedicate that energy to our own brothers, but you won't do it because tomorrow you go and beg him money. You won't. You see him, he will work on His Excellency. For Christ's sake, give him one hand. If he doesn't want to take one hand, let him go to blazes. Egogi. You query him. Now, they will go to jail. How? And a jail, no here. Now, this is a judge, I'm telling you, I'm no warning. Do not be surprised that this judge, because of the stand they'll take you today, EFCC naturally, and you and I will keep quiet. There is no way we can protect him. We must begin to make distinctions and say these are the people we must protect. The other time, Kejel Afaruku equals late Eze Okukano, Kende forever. But we thank God for people like Abariga. We thank God for people like Peter Obi and what's it called, Victor Ume. that came. Every other person, oh, I don't want to be seen with this, or I don't want to be. For how long gonna ya agbada ọsọ a? Mmili ya nwa ga-ezo, mmili ya na-ezo, anaghị ekwu ya na nwere ọsọ gị nọ n'obodo oyibo mgbe ọ ga-ezo. Nne gị nọkwa n'ụlọ ma nna gị nọ n'ụlọ, ọ ga-ama everybody and ọma onye ọbụla ọmachika ya. The only thing we ask for, give us service. We had men like them. Some. Why is it blessed memory we keep using him as a reference point? He died a poor man because he used all money we have Bimo, Abia, but one state. Even a part of what am I talking Bimo? Ebony was part of it, Nafibo was Imo Abia, 3 states in one, yet with mega resources. No oil. Now we have oil. All they stupidly do every 2 years. Every year they'll go and buy Prado Jeeps. And if the height keep increasing, Prado Jeep. Obodo dị mma, yet na innocent ka ọ nọ na Nnewi. None of you could patronize innocent. All you do is go and buy Prado Jeep. Prado bukwo n'onwu na nonsense. Rubbish excellence. Na mụ na gị na-akpa nkata ụnụ enwekọtasikwa n'anwa akpọta mmadụ ise excellence n'izu ori nọ ndị ori ka babụ. Ndị ori ọmụnwa kwulia abịa kpụrụ m anọ mbe m. Ndị ori ka babụ. Gịnị ga-eme? I'm in my house, come and take me, nonsense. Ndị ori unu were ego unu kwesịrị iji lụrụ ọha ihe. I keep saying it. Tell me the local government. One thing unu ga-eme bụ mụ na gị. Listen, I'm not a journalist, right? Mana, because of things in Fugone Meno that I get angry so much, and I have decided to expose the things I could. Ebe record. Most of things done with phone. Just do your own. If you cannot publish, send to me. In my email address, maazezoka@gmail.com. Forward to me. Forward to when didn't now watch him now that I have given my WhatsApp number. If you have forward to me, I'll publish. And you're going to fake and you're going to propaganda. Authentic informations. What are we talking? Ije local government. Ije local government. Nwaanyị nwụrụ ebe nwaanyị ga nwoke bịa kwụrụ amụ na gbeki onyocha mamle fecha elebe ikwe gị n'aka. Aka na-ebugharị disease everywhere. Onweghọ ebe ọbụla n'ala Igbo ị ga-agbapụnwu mmiri. Common sense ahụ enye ha ka agbapụo mmiri. Ka enwee running tap. Ego ole ka ọ ya cost to solar? Highest 5 million, maximum 5 kg. Ọma mbụ air condition, ọ ga-ebu fans. Anwụ na-achafusi. Ọ ga-ebu pump. Pụpụta na mmiri chukwu ka eke dị naanị. Onye nyụsi ya mamịrị ọkwụ aka ya hygiene. Soap nkịtị soap. Enwere ike local government use si ya 500 milliliter of soap a day. Less than 1,000 soap times 20 soap. You are not able to buy it. I go to cleaner easier. Izulu tina ba. Ibata airport no toilet tissue because go cleaner na enye manya. I blame the governor. Go cleaner ilwe iwolo foreigner but never big. You see that the whole thing is mixed up. Manda na achi na ayi ala. Ndi na achi na ayi nnukwu ala. Sorry, people, I'm digressing, man. When I look at the NMI and I just see that na aina chuego na bagal no ronye got even many of us are not yet awake. We are chasing shadow. Shadow kind of check. Ihe ga no on internet na akpọ nwa every day and night. Happen the APC. Happen the so no na amabeghị ihe na o nwere ihe dị iche APC na PDP na akụbiko. Na o nwere ihe dị iche APC na unu amabeghị ya. APC na PDP mana mgbe na amabeghị na nwere ihe dị iche. 6 and half a dozen. Nekwe ndị ga na-egbu onwe na Ihedioha lose. Hope ụzọ dị mma nọkwa na APC nọ na PDP. Osia gara otu isi na AC akụchie, otu isi na apka akụchie ojana na APC. Luebeva kuchiku ya. But luckily for him, a disqualifier Okorocha's in law. Now the law to win. mgbe ọ bụ sinetọ under which party? Open your eyes. Mgbe o zuru ego, mgbe o zuru $12.6 million, ịpụta ị na-asị the Hausa Fulanis, they hate us, they don't want us to build port. E wee were ego wee nye Hope Uzodimma ka o dredge ya Calabar port, the eastern port. If EFCC wee na-achụ ya until eme ya gọvanọ, immunity akọvagwunye ya. Nna ụmụnne m ụmụnne m mụrụ n'anya Abraham Uzoma Mazi, I saw you're giving police money in Owerri. You would have called them thief over there. Not now, you are in charge. Abraham, ekwukwana okwukwu ụmụazị na ama na eburu ụmụazị. You must be onye ọbụla ga-eji afụ polisi ebe o ji egbe. Ibu your family, police ejide egbe. Ị na-akpụ ya idiot. Na-akpụ ya. That means you should just sing, "Receive me, O Lord, I'm coming home." That's what you sing, because they will shoot you and nothing will happen. Because ndị nwụrụ anwụ anwụgo. Ndị okenye sikwa nnọọ nganga ka eji agbala efi ọsọ. Nganga ka eji agbala efi ọsọ. Nganga ka eji agbala efi ọsọ. Onye ọsị Tony Bennett, Mazi, please don't get yourself worked up and the country is big well. Yes, Emi Sami, without delay, I appreciate. Bros, what does it say? Bros, all these our Eastern governors are slaves. They are working under the instruction of the slave master. Anyway, I think I've dealt with that. So it's a matter of opinion. Edmund, die sagen die einfach die Wahrheit. Dabei stehe ich auch. Darum geht es mir nur, die Wahrheit zu sagen, wie immer. Wahrheit ist immer, es ist mir egal, was die Leute sagen, es ist mir Latte, aber so muss es sein. Wir sind immer schulden dran. Wir sind schulden dran, dass unsere Politik, die Leute, die ich einfach nenne, Dieben, die alle sind, ohne Ausnahme, alle sind Dieben. Die alle sind Dieben. Die alle sind Dieben. Okay. Edmondo. Abraham, you're laughing. Okay. You want me to go to Nigeria and call police armed robbery with a gun, cocked. Nah, Malcolm, he hate him like this, man. I didn't know that. Okay, my people. So let me conclude with Amotekun. Let me conclude with Amotekun, please. So that I'm equally tired. I think whenever I get angry, I get tired quickly. So let me conclude with Amotekun, people. Okay. So bear with me. Oyo State lawmakers. Let me see if I can pull this picture. What the Oyo State lawmakers have done. Yes. Oyo State lawmakers. You can see the picture on the screen. This is actually what they have done today, the Oyo State lawmakers. Oyo State lawmakers. Today they dressed in Amotekun Legalia as they passed the Amotekun bill into law. That is today, the 3rd of March 2020. Oyo State House of Assembly has passed the Amotekun bill into law, with members bringing in a little drama. They've brought in a little drama to it. They dressed in leopard skin regalia. Members of Oyo House of Assembly today on Tuesday passed the Oyo State Security Network Agency bill. You see, people pay attention here. Now, what the actual name of Amotekun is, Oyo State Security Network Agency. Oyo State Security Network Agency, OSSNA. That is what it is. Okay, OSNA. So that's what actually they called it. Now we will be expecting the five more states within the southwest would do the needful. If you remember, about 3 weeks ago, I had a heated argument with some of you when I said that what they did initially was illegal. Some of you disagreed, but that's one thing with when you stay with facts and not emotion. And I am glad they have gone back to do what they ought to have done ab initio. Remember here I told us that when P2B formed Anambra State Vigilante Services, I think that was in 2007, Anambra bought over 200 vehicles in one go for a state. For a state. Yet, when Amotekun was done, they bought only 120 vehicles for a whole region. Remember, Ogun State alone is equivalent of the whole Southeast, almost, with just little reductions, almost, right? So if you take the landmass and think about this, so that sometimes we criticize ourselves a lot without taking into cognizance the good things we have done. The best thing remains that first of all, you do vigilantes by state, give it structure of control before you now get into a superstructure of having a network to interlink and finding a way to guard the borders, because it's all about the borders. Someone from Enugu cannot come, someone patrolling in Enugu cannot come to Ekulobia, and because he doesn't know the terrain. Someone from Abakaliki or Ikwo or Izi or Iza cannot come to Oguyemene or New Haven because he doesn't know the terrain. But the boundaries between Enugu and the boundaries between Enugu and Abia, Enugu and Anambra Sea, these are where we need those joint operations to comb the area, to comb the bushes, because those within those areas definitely knows that, and that's what the Yorubas are now doing. Because the legality is that this has to be done by state, and the moment this is done by state, it is it becomes easy to manage the operation. But there is something here that I want us to think about. Let me show this picture. These people you are looking at the screen are members of the House of Assembly. Ask yourself just for 1 second. All those people you call House of Rep member, Honorable, His Excellencies, would you think if anything like this were to happen in Igbo land, do you think any of them, would you just use a mental math and think any of them you see, do you think any of them could wear something such regalia to the assembly? You see where we are different. You see, these people, when they talk about the protection, they take it serious. They buy it is their own. Our own, we are doing oga, 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 oga. Everybody riding with a high Prado Jeep because you probably wouldn't see them, or rather, you will see them with agbada when you are discussing something that has to concern in the Igbo and they be kwesịrị ịsụ Igbo also. The reason why I am using English here because I have people who are not in the Igbo. I have people who are German. I have people who are, but when it comes to things that only ought to be heard by you as only Igbo, then I have to revert to Igbo because on Kediala, Olu na Kediala, Ekwue, and the one when my apology is saying, nwere onye nna ya biko isi gị na m ga-agbanwelu gị ara m agbanwe because o nwere ụfọdụ ihe aba anyị na-ekwu ọ bụrụ nke anyị bụ nke anyị, nke ha bụ nke ha. Nke anyị bụ nke anyị, nke ha bụ nke ha. So, people, magic. Voila! Yeah, man. Okay, so you can see they've done their Amotekun, and I thank you all. If you have questions, I want to give us 1 or 2 minutes, and I can call it a day. I think I've done an hour 20 minutes, and thank you also for especially those watching with me in from Nigeria. I know what you struggle for to get internet. The special one says so übel. Es auch klingt, wir im Ausland werden wohl oder übel eine Armee bilden, den Drecklock überfahren. Oh yeah. I want to make some of you that don't understand German jealous. I won't translate this because the special one, you have a reason why you wrote it in German, so I don't want to spoil that by translating that what you just wrote. The Drecklock überfahren, das hat mir gefallen. Oh boy. Oh, I love this. I love this. I had me overfun. The Drecklock überfahren. Sorry. Okay. Ah. Okay, it says Chinedu says Mazi, I'm watching from Cape Town, South Africa. I'm also feeling your pain, of course. Thank you very much. No, every genuine human, the things we've discussed today, must feel the pain. Anyone who is genuine, unless you are among those that do not care about the things that happen around you, unless you are among those that only want to talk about money, 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 then, sorry, you might not feel right. So, how many people were still over? Oh, okay, we're still close. I think some people have dropped. It's obviously getting late. Some people data might have finished. I am sorry if I've consumed your data. I hope I have not wasted your time, and I hope I have not wasted my own time. Okay, so please, I only have 50 likes. Can you please show me some love and increase the likes? That's the only way That's the only way I know you appreciate what we are doing. Mickey Igbo action speaks louder than the voice, but our southeastern governors are still waiting for the white people to come and help us. I do not. I don't know if I would agree that we are actually waiting for the white people to come and help us. No, we must live. Ooh, someone gave me a thumbs down. Is that Mickey? Is that because I said I do not agree with you? Oh, okay. I think you corrected yourself. Thank you. Thanks for bringing us up to speed on current issues and affairs. Thank you very much. Thank you. Onwutalo. Thank you. Augustine, and thanks, Mazi. Thank you, everyone. Oh, who's giving me ice cream? What's that? Is that ice cream? Oh, beer. Mein Gott, mein Gott, mein Gott. That reminds me of when I used to go to Oktoberfest in Munich, Bayern. Oh, this beer. Please, can you convert this beer to Nkweno for me? Up wine, the white one. You know, can you convert that for me? There is a joint I like in Eke. If you after Ninth Mile, after the brewery, and if you're heading towards where Father Mbaka has is Alpha Aqua, after Alpha whatever. I know that place, and they have a fantastic drink there. You know. Okay, Uzama, thank you, everyone. Thank you. So, if you do not have any questions and or any comment, we might actually call it a day so that we do not waste more of your time. Okay. So, people, I will say thank you for staying with me. Thank you for staying up with me. Thank you for staying up with me. And if you wish, for those of you that joined very late, you can go back and start from beginning and watch what we discussed about Emeki Ihedioha and the great Igbo song who made us proud and differed in the judgment today. It means we still have men and women of integrity, men and women that can stand up when it matters. You know, and some of you wouldn't know it's because it matters. That's why this guy stood up and said, I am going to be different. So thank you everyone once more. This is Mazes. Okay, my usual sign out. I will say good night. I love you all. Bye.